Hello and welcome to RAJAT TV. You're watching To The Point with the host RAJAT KAIN. In this episode, we'll bring to you a remarkable sportsperson who requires no introduction. She has been holding a flag high in the sphere of badminton. Let's welcome PV Sindhu to our show. PV, thanks for joining us. Incredible feat, having a gold medal in the World Badminton Championship. It's for the first time we have won gold medal. What was the feeling? Let's start with that emotion first.
Well, thank you so much, and definitely a wonderful feeling because finally gold, a much weighted win for me, because last 2 years it was silver, before that it was bronze. So I was waiting for this win for a very long time now, and finally I did it. But I think on court it was like I didn't have any expression because I had a lot of emotions, I must say, and I just had tears in my eyes that I just finally did it.
You're just 24 and you've achieved something that we have waited for many years in the sphere of badminton. What was the most poignant moment in the match, if you could recall for us?
Well, I think the last point, when after the last point I got it, I was just like, I didn't shout, or basically I'm a very aggressive player. Normally I do shout a lot, but I think at that point of time I was just standing on court looking at the sky, looking at the roof. That's all I could do. I just didn't shout anything, or I was just standing. And then I went to my coaches and I met them. But I think overall it was a proud moment for everybody, and for me, and also for the country. And as well, I think I was just thinking that, I just won it. I didn't have any emotions in myself, I didn't have any expressions.
Essentially, if you look at your journey, it all began in 2011, and then you became youngest player, age of 17, that you won your first championship. How did you prepare yourself for the gold medal? You yourself mentioned that it's been a long tryst. You won bronze in 2013 and 14, and then 15 was a little linear for you. Then 17 and 18 you won silver, and now 2019 you won gold. It's an incredible feat. If we equate it to any other game, it's like a team that is, or cricket or football, that is a fairly popular game in India. You're winning, you're basically going to quarterfinals, and then again quarterfinals, semi-finals, finals, and winning the finals. How did you achieve it?
Well, I think from 2011 or 12 when I started off, it was definitely really tough, but then I step by step was improving, and I was working out on my mistakes, and as well as I know there were a lot of sacrifices, there were ups and downs, where at some point of time you were losing, I was losing all the time, and then it was like, what's happening, or I need to improve a lot more, because now if you see like everybody's of same standards, so everybody in every match, every tournaments, they come up with these new things, so every time we need to learn something new. So it was a challenge, of course, and step by step I've been improving, and definitely not only my hard work, but I would also thank my parents and my coaches, because even their hard work and sacrifice also was very much needed, and they always supported me and motivated me no matter what.
You went for some sort of a strength training, because it requires more than just physical hardship. It requires amazing composure. Did you go for any sort of a special meditation of that sort?
Yeah, like I do my strength training in Suchitra. Like I play in the academy. I do my strength training in Suchitra. My fitness trainer, Mr. Shrikant, I am training under him since 2 years now, and I'm still continuing. So it really helped me a lot. And I think physical training is very important for everybody, and for every individual, it's comparatively very different looking at the body structure. So I think that is very much needed, and I'm very thankful to him, because a lot of changes have been happening, a lot of improvements have been happening in me. And yeah, as you mentioned, meditation I do at times to just make myself calm and just be positive all the time, because I think that is very much needed for a person when he's very much nervous, or while playing on court when they can't manage the pressure for themselves. And I think that is when you need to be a little more calmer and very positive.
Talking about your opponents, I mean, this particular Okazora, I mean, Japanese player, there has been a consistent contest between two of you. Sometimes she has been better off you, many a times you had won. What sort of equations do players who meet so often and who are so tightly contested, what sort of equations do they enjoy outside the court?
Outside the court, we are normal friends, but I think when it comes on court, we all are rivalries, I must say. And in the women's circuit, especially, I think top 1 to 20 players are of same standards. It's just that on that day, who plays well and give their best is a winner, is what I feel. And yeah, we've played almost in a couple of tournaments, like every time. So it's not something that strategy we have to prepare, because we already know each other's game. It is more of when you go into the court, we need to strategize accordingly, because I mean, every player has a different style of play and different mindset. But with the Japanese players, it's always long matches and long rallies, and I was prepared for that from the starting. But I think I was dominating from the first, and I was very aggressive this time, and I finished it off. So I think with every player, it's a different style of play.
Who has been the toughest opponent so far at the top level of the sport, I would say?
I would not say one, but as I mentioned, I think top 1 to 20 players are of same standards. So you just can't relax when you're playing against a lower ranked player, and at the same time you just can't just play easy when you're leading, and then when you're about to finish the match, anything can happen any moment, according to me. So every point, each and every point is very, very important.
Who has been your inspiration? I read about you that your parents are also from the sport background.
Yeah.
They were volleyball national players. Is there a reason that you didn't pursue volleyball per se, but badminton?
Nothing like that, but I started at the age of 8.5. And yeah, as you mentioned, my dad and mom were volleyball players, and my dad was an Ajnawadi in volleyball. So I started at the age of 8.5. And I started just for fun, but slowly I continued playing. And when my dad used to play volleyball, beside there was a badminton court, so that's how I started playing badminton. And I think they supported me in whichever way I wanted to. So a lot of people ask me why not volleyball, but it's just that it was my own interest. I've come into badminton.
What's the best thing you like about badminton, I would say, since you're attracted towards it and not any other sport?
I think badminton is my passion, and I love playing badminton. It's more of like you need to love any sport that you play. You will automatically work hard and come up, but I think you need to enjoy the sport. Yeah, that is very important for everybody.
Post 2016, when you won the Olympic silver, you just, I would say, you burst into the national scenario. You became, I won't say celebrity, but you became a household name. How did you handle that sort of a fame out of a sudden? Also, has your life changed, or how has it changed after that silver medal in Olympics?
Well, life has changed a lot after Rio, and definitely, a lot more of fame and being in the limelight there. Well, I really enjoy it, but at the same time, it's because of badminton I'm here today. And also, when I was really young, I used to look up to others, big stars who are in the limelight, and I used to think that, okay, even I would want that people ask me pictures and autographs and stuff. But I think once I'm there, we need to enjoy it, and I'm really enjoying it. And pressure, responsibilities are always there. And if you think that, okay, I need to win for people, or I need to win for them, because I know they expect a lot from me, but if you actually think that I need to win for them, that would add extra pressure, rather than just go into the court and play your game and give your best. And if you play your game, if you win, then it is good for everybody. So that would actually reduce a lot of pressure.
You've been extremely candid about that. You actually like the limelight. That's fantastic. What are the particular faces? I mean, now we see you endorsing several brands and also endorsing several causes. That is fantastic. And now you're so candid about it. So could you please elucidate as to what are the aspects of it that you enjoy the most?
Yeah, as you know, that there are a lot of endorsements going on, a lot of social causes I've been doing, and it's more of like I love traveling, and at the same time I don't get time for myself, but I just enjoy my time in doing these endorsements or going for shooting, and well, it's tough at times, but I think if you enjoy it, anything is easy. And as I said, I love traveling. I travel a lot for tournaments and everything. And at times, Sundays, I stay at home, spend time with my family, my nephew. And apart from that, when I have rest, I go for endorsements, and it's tiring at times, but you know, traveling and then doing, you know, apart from badminton, basically every time you're in this badminton mood, and apart from that, when you do something, it's always nice.
You travel for passion, as you say, and is it a part kind of a hobby? So what are the areas of travel that you like?
Hobbies is, yeah, one is traveling, of course, around the world. What else do I need? But I don't get to see a lot of things because, you know, it's all the time practice and matches, and we come back and then again training. And then, yeah, I love watching movies and listening to music. I listen to all kinds of music. So these are my hobbies, little bit here and there.
Any particular movie star you like? I mean, I know it'll be a tough choice considering you come from the city which is very, very, very high on cinema.
Yeah, I mean, in Tollywood, in Telugu, I like Mahesh Babu and Prabhas. In actress, of course, Samantha and Anushka. In Bollywood, I like Ranveer and Deepika. Yeah.
I mean, let me ask you one very personal question. I mean, it would be very easy for you to say that you straight away you had passion for badminton. But given the city, given the environs, like all of us at one point had interest in being like a movie star or something of that sort. So did you ever have any sort of interest away from the sports or academics?
No, I've never had interest in movies. But yeah, I am a movie, but I watch movies like I do watch. I go in the weekends, like on the Sundays with my family or whenever I get time. And apart from that, yeah, I completed my MBA. So I think studies are also equally important according to me. Yes.
Could you please explain what's a balancing act of being a world champion at the same time pursuing higher education as well?
I feel you know, studies and sports are equally important because sports career is very small. Maybe you would play for another 10 years or 9 years, and after that, you know what it is. So I think for me, studies are also equally important, and also I have a doctorate in sports. So, you know, finishing my PG and MBA, I can be called as a Dr. PV Sindhu. So, I think I should be very thankful to my college because, you know, initially it was a bit tough where I was always traveling and then I was missing exams. Otherwise, I could have finished it last year itself, but I finished it recently. So they've been very supportive. I studied in St. Anne's College, Medipatnam. So I think everybody have been really very supportive and understood me, even though I couldn't go to my college every day. But yeah, of course, I used to just give my exams. But the teachers there and the principal really supported me a lot.
PV, who has been the most driving force in your life, given the achievement, and also at the same time, your zeal for achievement is just commendable. People tip off the scales, but you have had amazing composure. It's, I mean, I don't know what words to say. You're just 24 and you're a world champion. Prior to that, you had a litany of medals. What has been a driving force behind you? Being a parents, your support system in terms of your coach, P. Gopishand, who has been icon by himself in the world of badminton in India?
Yeah, of course, my dad and also my coach Gopi sir, because since 10 I was training with him. You know, and also myself, because every time I keep winning, that's an confidence to me to go to another level. That will give me a lot more boost that, you know, I can win a lot more, I can do much more better. So every day is a learning process. So I would say for me, myself gives me that confidence. I keep winning and I keep building up step by step and think that, okay, you know, I can do much more better, I can learn a lot more things, I can win many more medals. So this is what keeps me going.
Does it come naturally to a sports person to actually to know that yes, we are peaking at this time, or we perhaps needs to work a little more on that aspect of the game? We need to work more on the smash or possibly the backhand. Does it come naturally to you, or there has to be, sort of a guide or nudge from here or there?
It's nothing is natural, I would say. I mean, yeah, you might have strokes, but you need to keep on, you need to keep on practicing them. As I said, every day is a learning process, and at times, you don't know when are you picking up. I know maybe you might be in your 100%, but at times it's just that you just can't do anything. Nothing might go when you're playing a match. Sometimes you might play brilliantly where everything goes and everything will be fine. So that is when you need to be stronger and come back much more stronger and believe in yourself that okay, there's always a next time. And for me, even though we train hard, practice hard every day, like every tournament is very, very important for us, but we can't win all the tournaments. We can't give 100% all the time. At times, ups and downs are always there, but it's part of life. You win some, you lose some, but that is when you need to come back stronger.
Were you upset ever by any of defeat or any of the performances that you'd like to recall, and how, and also please also tell us how did you overcome it?
Yeah, I mean, every time I lose a match, I was upset, and especially in the 2017 where I lost my world championships, like it was anybody's match. It was one of the longest match. It was like 1 hour 50 minutes, and I lost 20-20 in the third set against Okuhara. So that really made me feel bad. And also there are a lot of matches where, Olympics where I could have won and then I lost. But I would say it's not just over with that match, right? I used to think myself that, it's just not over. Life is not over when you lose a match. There's always a next time. So I was working much more harder, and sometimes it might hit you that, I could have won that match. Maybe I could have done something else, but once you think about it and you think that it's okay, you will learn from your mistakes and come back stronger. And I was believing in myself, and I kept working more harder and harder, and I kept learning from my mistakes, and that got me till here.
How do you plan for the upcoming tournaments, especially the one in Beijing, Chinese Open, and also the big, Olympics in 2020? So any special preparation that you have, any special goals that you set? I'm sure the Olympic gold would be on the top of the list. How do you go about it now?
Yes, definitely I need to work hard, and of course my ultimate aim is Tokyo 2020, but before that I have a lot of tournaments since it's a qualification year. So next upcoming would be China and Korea Open. So it's more of like I need to keep working hard, since everybody will mark me now since I've been a world champion. So everybody will look at me, and it's not going to be easy. I need to work more harder in terms of training sessions or on-court sessions or skill work. It needs to be very much smart than you might think that okay, I will work hard, but it equally needs to be smarter as well.
As a sports person, as a youth icon, you've also been associated with several causes. One of them happens to be the environment, your consciousness for greenery. What is the message that you keep on giving to not just the next generation, but also a current and everyone, like how to go about the environment conservation?
I think it's very important to keep your city clean and as well as pollution free. Where nowadays it's a lot more of pollution, but also they came up with a cause where you need to grow a lot of plants where it reduces and a lot of oxygen, and also they keep recommending people and also keep supporting where they say okay, plant 3 trees and then pass on to someone else, the other 2 people will do. So it's good that everybody is getting this message, and environment wise it is very important for all of us to keep to be pollution free, where it might actually, when you get a lot of diseases, you get a lot of diseases because of this. So when you have the pollution free, you're healthy at the same time, and also you'll also always have to, it's all related to each other, where you stay healthy and you also keep yourself fit, and then that is how, and again Narendra Modi ji came up with this everybody yoga, where everybody compulsory have to do at least 1 hour of yoga or some sort of exercise that keeps you healthy and fit. So I feel everything is related to each other, and it is very good for everybody.
Do you also practice yoga?
Yeah, I do at times. We actually stretch a lot, so that comes under yoga, and I think it is very important for everybody to stay healthy and eat healthy food and do some sort of exercise.
How do you go about your daily routine now? I mean, you wake up every day, and then how do you go about that?
My session starts at 7 o'clock in the morning, so from 7 o'clock until 8:30, and then I have some breakfast and from 9 until 10:30, 11, and then I go for my training sessions in the afternoon, and then evening again 4:30 to 5:30 I do on-court sessions. So it's more of like 6 to 7 hours of practice a day.
PV, you've been a sports icon. You've achieved so much just being 24 years. What is a message to the upcoming young generation of this country?
Well, taking me as an inspiration, I would tell a lot of people that, you know, they need to work hard, and it's not just 1 year or 2 years of hard work. Definitely it will take time. Everybody needs to be patient, keep working hard, and of course a lot of sacrifices needs to be done. I would say parent support is the most important thing, where, you know, they need to support their kids in whichever sport they want to, and of course kids need to love the sport that, you know, they want to choose as a career, and of course hard work is the key for success, and definitely they will work hard and come up in their life.
If there is one thing that badminton has taught you, what it would be?
Badminton has taught me a lot, but I would say you know, being in the limelight or being at the top now, I always want to be grounded, because my father always tells me, you've come up from this level, and how much ever higher you go, you always have to be grounded, because you should know that from which level you have come. I think that really pricks me all the time, that we need to be like that, because, you know, because of badminton you're there now. So.
And how a sports person's life changes after becoming a celebrity, at the same time to balance it, as you said that you've been grounded. How does it change after becoming
It's very important to keep a balance on both of them, because at times, you know, winning medals might take you somewhere else, also being a celebrity, personal life would be a little lesser. You need to be very much focused at the same time. At times you might go here and there where, you know, suddenly your focus might go out. There you should be very much focused and know that what need to be done at what time, and also taking the pressure and responsibilities. Maybe it might be a little tough, but I think you will have to be able to manage it very well.
You agree that success sometimes is prone towards some sort of variances or some sort of...
Yeah, I mean, you know, for few people, they might not know. It might just go away, just all of a sudden. Even they might not know what's happening, and suddenly you look up to that and you're like, okay, somebody might tell you that, you know, boss, you're okay, you're doing this, just calm. So that is when, you know, you need to know yourself, what are you doing at that point of time.
Let me conclude here, PV. Do you have any long-term goals in terms of rather achievement for life, like post-badminton, I know it's a very far-fetched question, and you've been extremely candid and simple about your life journey so far. Any long-term goals that you have set for yourself?
Yeah, I am a deputy collector in AP right now. So yeah, after badminton, I would serve the nation.
By serving the nation, I mean, now you have opened a Pandora's box, I would say. By serving the nation?
Yeah, of course, being a deputy collector, I think I have to do my job, my responsibilities, and also serve the nation as much as I can.
Right. Thanks, PV Sindhu, for joining us. It's been extremely pleasure having you here, and wishing you all the best for upcoming tournament, and especially next year's Olympic Games. We wish you win us gold medal once again.
Thanks so much.